Have you ever stared at your palm and noticed something strange? A faint, curved line resembling a crescent moon? Perhaps it looked insignificant, just a natural crease or a wrinkle of the skin. But what if I told you that tiny crescent might hold a deeper meaning than you've ever imagined? Before you brush it off, let me ask you something. Have you ever had moments in life that felt too perfectly timed to be a coincidence? Ever felt as if something or someone was gently guiding you, whispering to your soul, nudging you toward change, clarity, or a deeper truth? The story I want to share with you today is not just a tale. It's a quiet awakening that begins with a mark, a silent signal, a crescent moon in the palm of your hand. And today, I want to take you on a journey, a heartfelt, spiritual journey, into the 5 revelations that may unfold in your life in 2025 if you carry this sacred symbol. So take a deep breath, open your heart, and come walk with me. You see, in many ancient Buddhist and Eastern spiritual traditions, the human body is seen not just as flesh and bone, but as a map, a mirror of the soul. Every line, every spot, every mark is believed to be a sign, a whisper from the universe. Among all these symbols, one of the rarest and most mystical is the crescent moon. When this shape appears in your palm, it's not by chance. It's as if the universe is softly saying, "You're ready." Ready for what exactly? Well, that's where it gets truly magical. The first thing you may begin to feel is not something others can see. It's not a lightning bolt or a loud trumpet. It's a shift, a gentle but persistent whisper from within. Spiritual awakening. Suddenly, things that once brought comfort now feel heavy. Conversations become tiring. Places you loved now seem too loud. Patterns that repeated for years start to feel suffocating. That's your soul stirring. You might feel drawn to solitude, not because you're sad, but because your soul wants to speak. And in the stillness, you begin to hear. Through dreams, through sensations, through those strange coincidences that begin to multiply. That's when you'll know something within you is changing. Then comes the second wave, the release of karmic cycles. If you've been carrying a burden, a repeating pain, a toxic pattern, or an emotional chain, you might start to feel it breaking. That person you kept running back to, that wound that wouldn't heal, that story that replayed like a broken record, suddenly it ends. It might not feel pleasant. Change rarely does. But as one door slams shut, another opens wide. You'll feel a weight lifting, as if your soul finally says, "I've learned. I'm done with this chapter." And with that, freedom rushes in. And when there's space, something long buried begins to rise. Your gifts. That's the third revelation. Yes, gifts. Not the kind wrapped in ribbons. The ones that lived inside you all along. Maybe you've always had a sharp intuition, a way with words, an energy that heals others. Maybe you've always loved creating, sensing things others missed, or felt connected to something invisible. In 2025, these gifts will begin to bloom. You'll find yourself drawn to what once seemed odd: astrology, energy healing, meditation, ancient symbols. You might start reading people's moods without them speaking, or suddenly feel inspired to write, to teach, to serve. It's not random. It's your soul remembering. And as these gifts awaken, so too will your life purpose shift. Our fourth revelation. That job that paid the bills might begin to feel meaningless. That city you lived in may no longer feel like home. That routine you clung to, it might crumble, but not out of chaos, out of clarity. You'll feel an undeniable urge to walk a new path, something more aligned with who you truly are, more honest, more whole. This change won't be comfortable. Growth rarely is, but deep inside, you'll feel it's right. And then comes the moment many never expect, the arrival of someone who changes everything. That's the fifth sign. It could be a stranger, a teacher, a friend, or even a video or book that lands in your life and cracks you open. Suddenly, they say something, and it's as if they're reading your soul. These people are messengers. Sometimes they stay. Sometimes they vanish as quickly as they came. But they always leave something behind, an awakening. They remind you of who you are becoming. And if you're still listening if your heart is pounding a little faster, it means you're already on the path. So what now? Now comes the most important moment of all, the one only you can choose. The universe will stop sending signs and wait. For you, for your decision. Will you follow the call? Or go back to the comfort of what you've known? Maybe it'll look like saying no to something that no longer fits. Maybe it'll be saying yes to something you can't yet explain. Either way, it's the crossroads. And it's sacred. Choosing the path of awareness means embracing a life that no longer runs on autopilot. It means shedding layers, letting go, and walking into the unknown with trust. Not because it's easy, but because your soul already knows it's time. Now, I know this message may feel overwhelming, or like it's speaking directly to you. That's no accident. If you're still here, still reading, it's because your spirit resonates with this truth. And you don't need permission. You don't need to wait for another sign. You already carry it. Maybe it's in the lines of your hand, or maybe it's etched deeper in your heart. Either way, you've heard the call. So take a moment, close your eyes, breathe deeply, and ask yourself, am I ready to live the version of me that my soul came here to be? Don't rush. Let that question echo. And when you feel it settle, write this in the comments below. I accept the truth that already lives within me. Because affirmations are more than words. They're commitments. To listen, to grow, to remember. So, if this message touched you, if it lit something inside you, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the bell so you won't miss the next message the universe has for you. And share this with someone who needs to hear it too. You never know who's waiting for the exact words you just read. This isn't the end of your journey. It's the beginning of something radiant. Because the moon mark on your palm, it's not just a symbol. It's your soul's quiet promise. That light is already guiding your next step. And now it's your move.